Welcome everyone to Tntspices. Again, another delicious meal, another one of those favorites of most people. We're going to do some beef ribs. Now, we're not going to do these quite the way you're probably thinking. Let's get started. The first thing we want to do with our ribs is trim these up some. Okay, the bone side we're not worried about. The bone side has a membrane. We're going to leave the membrane on. But the top side, we have some silver skin and some fat. We want to try to get rid of the silver skin and fat. We're just going to trim this up and we'll be right back. Let's begin seasoning this. This is a big chunk of meat and I'm not going to let this sit overnight this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to inject some flavor. Now here I have Let's Get It.
BB's, Q, and Proficients. Now let's get it.
They're beef blend. Now Bruce was kind enough to send several of these to us. And I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of his beef blend. What's nice about his beef blend is it contains Worcestershire and soy sauce. Here I have some beef stock. I'm just going to pour some beef stock in here. Mix this up real well. We'll just begin injecting our beef rib all over. Our meat has been fully injected. I shouldn't have done it off camera. You would have gotten a big laugh. One of the injections came and got me right in the face. Now, next, I have Hob Spicy Sweet Soy Sauce. If you're a fan of soy sauce in any way, this stuff is absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend it. We're just going to use this as our binder. Next, I'm going to take our Tntspices Mediterranean blend. Now, I'm purposely using this versus an SPG because what we're going to do later on, that you still don't know, I got a secret. It's going to make a little bit more sense because this has got some nice herbs and lots of different flavors in here. It's going to pair well with everything. We're going to give a nice coating of this. Now, if you notice, I didn't bother seasoning anything on the bone side of this. You're really just wasting your binder, you're wasting your seasoning. It's really not going to do much for you. Now, I'm just going to pat this in. We're going to take this straight out to our smoker. We're not going to let this sit like we normally do for several hours. I have our smoker set at 225 degrees. We're going to smoke these ribs for 4 hours before we come back out. While our ribs are smoking, we're going to begin another step. Now this one, you're going to be wondering, oh, what the heck is he doing? I have 2 bottles of wine. I'm going to pour both bottles of this wine into our pot here, and we're going to reduce this by half. Okay. Our wine has reduced by half, maybe a little bit more. Look at these things that popped up in our wine. What the heck? I didn't show this, but I had some kumquats that I had sitting around in the house. I decided to throw in a little bag of these to help flavor the wine as it was cooking down. Now this is an option. If you don't have these, it's no big deal. Next, I'm going to take some of our Your Secret Addiction. Take a half a teaspoon.
Some people call it an addiction. It's not an addiction. I can stop whenever I want. I just don't want to, and I need it every day.
We're going to stir this around. We're going to take this off, sit it to the side until we're ready to use this. I also have some vegetables that I want to start prepping. I have 6 shallots. I have some sliced portobello mushrooms, some carrots, some garlic, some leeks, and a tomato. I'm going to clean all this up, chop this all up, and I'll show you what we'll do with it next. In front of me, we have a pot. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Now, all those mushrooms that we had, we're going to place them right in our pan. Add a little bit of our SPG. It'll help sweat out the moisture. Our mushrooms have been sauteing for a bit. We are now going to take the carrots. We had 1 pound of baby carrots that we chopped up. And we're going to cook these a bit to try to help soften these carrots. We are now going to take the shallots that we had cut up. We are also going to take all the leeks. We had 3 leeks that we cleaned and cut up. As you can see, our leeks and shallots have shrunk down significantly. Now, I have 1 can of tomato paste. We're going to add this in, and we want to cook this tomato paste a few minutes. I have that fresh tomato. I also have 1 whole head of garlic that I peeled, and I have all the garlic cloves in here. And we're just going to give this a couple minutes to cook down the tomatoes. Remember that wine we reduced? We're going to add our wine, and we're going to place this to the side, and I'll show you what we're going to do with all of this. It's been 4 hours. Let's bring these in. Now I guess I can clue you in. Instead of just making a smoked barbecue rib, we're going to do like a high-end restaurant. We're going to make these a braised short rib. I'm going to take these ribs, place these over to the side. I'm going to get a big pan here, and we're going to take all these veggies that we cooked up. We're going to pour these right into this pan. Spread this out evenly. Here I have some thyme, some fresh oregano. I have some rosemary, fresh oregano. Thyme is what I wanted, but I didn't have any left in the garden at this time of year.
No time. Hello, goodbye.
I'm going to take our beef rib, sit it right on top. We're going to take some more beef stock, and we're going to fill this pot until we're about halfway up the height of our beef ribs. Next, we're going to just put a lid over this. We're going to place this in an oven at 250 degrees. And this is probably going to cook about another 4 hours inside the oven until this is fall apart tender. As this is cooking, we're also going to cook up a side dish. In front of me, I have a pot with about 10 cups of water. We're going to bring this water to a boil. I have 2 packets of Goya chicken bouillon.
A few moments later.
We are now just going to take our yuca, and we are going to fill our pot with yuca. We're going to let this yuca cook until it becomes good and tender, which is likely going to take about an hour. Our yuca finished cooking. One thing I didn't mention, the yuca I use, you buy it in the supermarket. It's frozen, already peeled for you, already chopped up in chunks. Makes it very easy. You can just mash your yuca with a potato masher. It's a lot of work. I'm cheating. I have a food processor in front of me. I'm going to take some of our yuca. We're going to place it into our food processor. Another thing to mention, yuca in the center has a hard stem. And these are pre-peeled, but they can't remove the stem. So you want to remove that hard stem out of each one of these pieces. I'm going to do this in 2 batches. Here I have 1 whole garlic head that I peeled, took the cloves out, and I roasted these in a toaster oven. I just used a little bit of tin foil, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, wrapped it up in the foil, and I roasted these for about 40-45 minutes. I'm going to place all these roasted garlics into this batch here, and then when we're done, we're going to combine the batches. I have 2 tablespoons of our Norma's Latin rub. I have some heavy whipping cream. I'm just going to simply put this on here, and we're going to mix this. All right, nice and smooth. You can make it as smooth or as chunky as you like. I'm going to take this part of it out, and I'm going to place this in a bowl, and we're going to do the next part. Threw in our remaining yuca. I have a 7-ounce bag of grated or shredded Parmesan cheese. We're going to add that in. Also going to throw another 2 tablespoons of Norma's Latin rub. Now, just to let you know, this is the low sodium version. We also have an all-in-one and done that has a higher salt content in it. Again, we're going to take heavy cream. And you can just eyeball the amount of heavy cream that you need. Put our lid back on. And we will mix this. And we will combine the 2. There you have it. cheesy garlic smashed yuca.
Yummy.
We're going to put some foil over this, keep this in our toaster oven on warm until our meal is ready. It has been 4 hours. Let's take a look. Ooh, she is hot. Let's see. And she is tender. We are about 208. That is perfect. All right. I am going to carefully remove the ribs from our pot, and we are going to strain the juices. Now I'm going to put this over our stovetop, and we're going to reduce this down by about half. As the au jus is reducing down, let's cut up our meat. These bones, they're just going to fall right apart. Our jus has reduced by half. I have a tablespoon of butter. Stir this up, and we're going to plate up our meal. We thank you for joining us here at Tntspices. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Until the next time, God bless you all.
Tntspices.